Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down in 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, that means it's something important. But everything I say is important. So regardless, if you have any comments, suggestions, or insults, you put it down below. So, I was just watching some YouTube videos about gender equality. Okay. So, let me make this very clear. Science knows all about gender equality. And before I continue on, I just want you to understand that if you don't tread over someone's line, you're more likely to be a noble individual, right? Right. So if I'm a hermaphrodite, okay, right? You know what a hermaphrodite is? A hermaphrodite is someone who's a male or a female with both sexes, genitalia. Okay, they are both. I seen one before, and I was like, she looked fine as hell until I pulled down them panties. Okay, I saw a penis overlapping a vagina. So since I already know, and I did my research, that science already know about these type of people in being in species, the higher ups, okay, you know, the race that feels more superior with narcissistic negative tendencies wish to eliminate the lower. They consider them lower species. So throughout the dawn of mankind, when something is different, they always try to, you know, terminate or kill off these weird type of species of beings, which I come to learn about. Okay, right. So did you know in the foreign land, okay, one of the most rarest diseases there is when a female, they say in the womb, the child is always a female, okay, and then all of a sudden it transforms, okay, into whatever sex it is. But in the third world country, I've did some research on and said this is a disease. They consider it a disease, but it's really not a disease. But you don't know what a disease is. Some people the white man will call it a degenerative disease. They like glasses. They consider that a degenerative disease. Okay, certain things are prone for the human body to experience. Okay, but as this child is actually a boy in his early pre-adolescent stages, the child actually grows up, and all of a sudden the child's sex changes into something completely strange. It's like, oh, I know my child was a boy. And then it turns out that she was a girl, and this is one of the five rarest diseases. Look it up on YouTube, okay? One of the five of the most rarest diseases on the earth, okay? Look it up on YouTube, and I may put it down in the description box. And I was like, what? And I said, what in the world? So you mean to tell me that this boy is born? This child is born as a baby boy, and as time progresses, the child transforms into the female genitalia. I'm looking at the genitalia part. I'm just looking specifically at that part. Okay, I'm not talking about human behavior in which people are learned and they say they want to be a girl after they've been a boy for since the age of 13. I'm not talking about that, but that's human behavior. Okay, some people change because of the fact that they are rejected. Some people are changed because of their peers. Some people are born around gay people and they end up becoming gay. You know what I'm saying? Brainwashing. Okay, so if I know my daughter is a daughter, right? I'll say she can be whatever she wants to be. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you can actually do. She's not being influenced by the outside. See, that's a line that you must not let the child cross, because that's a part of the parent's responsibility. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say you were born as a girl, but if you feel after a while a tendency to be a boy and get a sex change, that's completely up to her. That's called nobility. You're respecting her wishes. After my daughter wishes to become whatever she wants to be, after she understands the consequences on both sides, including her being a boy, a girl, or even a hermaphrodite, you know, she got to understand the psychologies and also the human behavior of all of these different types of sexes. So gender equality is basically not crossing, to me, gender equality is basically not crossing up another person's line. So now they got to create one bathroom. Okay, this is what they should do. It doesn't matter if it's boy or girl. You know, you don't need to hear all of this news and stuff. I don't think these trainees and transsexual.
Hello, brother, sister, Ryder.
It's a waste of time. Let's keep it men's bathroom and women's bathroom. Okay, go sit down. Go away.
I'm gonna sign for you.
And we won't have any problems today. If it's a female going into a male's bathroom, no males will complain. No male gonna say something. But if a male is going into a female bathroom,
Say something.
okay, those females shouldn't complain because that's a weaker sex. So if I go into a female's bathroom and they see me as a male and I'm telling them and they want to call the cops on me, okay? And I told them, I said, then I would just bring attention to myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm a female, okay? I look like a male. So they can't touch me. They're not allowed to go downstairs. Because when you go into the women's bathroom, that's why you got to take your child everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? You got this should be martial law. Cameras everywhere. So we won't have this discussion of some little girl gets raped. Some little girls get raped in the bathroom. Like, what kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that, okay? I don't want to hear that shit. Let's have a camera in front of who comes out of the bathroom. Have a card, everything. Everybody's microchipped or some shit. Everybody got some kind of tracking device and that easily cancel that shit out. Now, when it comes down to someone who's being narcissistic, a narcissistic prick, because I'm narcissistic. I take it to extreme. I think highly of myself. I would not sacrifice myself unless it's something like it's important. It depends if I'm tired of life or something like that. So let's say, for example, my daughter is it's over there, okay? I would not burn myself over there. I'm taking the chance to kill myself. I might as well just say, hey, I might as well make another daughter, okay? I know that sounds cruel, but if you don't think about yourself, I think about the afterlife. I think about if I sacrifice myself, I might end up being reborn, okay? You know, so you see, suicide is not a good thing because you cancel out your mission. You understand what I told you about in the past? That if you do something in your life that you know you're not supposed to do, okay, you could be reborn. You have to be strong within yourself because everyone else around you is just a pawn. Okay, everyone's a pawn compared to your world. Like if you see me, I'm gonna let you drop me because I don't want you to die. You see what I'm saying? I look at you. You sacrificing yourself. I see your noble deeds. But you might as well drop me, man. You see how noble I just said that? I said you want to reach for me and sacrifice your life. I would never forget that if you did save me. Okay, but what if you did fail? What if you fell down? What if you fell down trying to reach over a cliff for me? Then it'd be my fucking fault. I said that's why you gotta try to protect as much as you can. You gotta be overprotective and more paranoid of your surroundings. You gotta be very careful of what you do. I wouldn't sacrifice myself if I most likely I wouldn't sacrifice myself. But if I really care about, I know in my life I have never cared for anybody that much. So it may be different for you. Now, you may care about your mom that much. You may care about, I don't care about nobody because nobody really cared about me. See, that's how I was raised. So if my daughter cares about me. But her love is not enough so far for me to save her, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now, as she grow older, I might say, I might change my mind about 30%, okay? You know what I'm saying? It depends on who, you actually care for. If I see a stranger in the street and then I feel this empathy towards that individual, I might I'm pretty sure I might not sacrifice myself, most likely not. But I'll try my best to help them and try to stay away from danger to protect myself. Because let's say you sacrifice yourself, okay? No matter what sex you are. Let's say you sacrifice yourself and then next thing you know, you're reborn in his life. Starting over. Okay. That's kind of fucked up because you sacrifice yourself in one past life. Noble deed, but noble deeds lead to something. And it may not always lead to something positive. Now, I do believe in the Hindu belief text system and reincarnation. I believe in that shit because I have a very open mind. Not atheist. I believe in possibilities and probabilities. That's agnostic, okay? But I will never close my mind and say there's no such thing as a possibility. Because the word atheist is non-existent in my terminology. As I said before, I ask the atheist, you believe in the possibility of a God and blah, 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 blah. Aliens, blah, 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 blah. And if they say no, then they're atheists. That's good. That means they're closed-minded. You're smart, but closed-minded. It doesn't make sense, though. That's like an oxymoron. You're smart, but closed-minded. Scientists are never closed-minded, okay? Most of them are agnostic. They don't understand the terminologies, okay? But anyway, but I digress. Gender equality is basically very simple. The easiest solution is like if you're a religious fanatic, okay, now that's the problem right there. People who are religious are very uneducated, very uneducated. They read a book and they're being brainwashed and dark magic and stuff and fear tactic, and they don't do the research on the history of it. They don't even care about the history. They just feel that First Timothy says this and this and that. Okay, no. That's a tool. It's a tool to keep people's mind in the dark. So, when I say narcissist, I'm talking about like you could be either a positive narcissist or you could be a negative prick narcissist. I've met some negative prick narcissists. You know what I'm saying? The terminology of negative narcissist is someone who thinks highly of themselves. It's emboldening with this pride. Okay, and I think you should have pride. Yes, you should have confidence. Okay, you don't have to boast about it. I don't have to boast about it. I sometimes do boast about it. You understand? But when I say to you, you don't cross me, or I will cross you twice, negative, then you know not to fuck with me, right? That's different. Okay. Now a narcissist, a manipulative prick. Okay, don't even give a fuck. So, like, if you read the 48 Laws of Power, you'll find out that that's a narcissistic tendency. If you read the 48 Laws of Power, you're stepping over people's toes to get to your ambitiousness. Okay, because I'm not ambitious. I'm not about money. So my nobility goes up, while a person who's ambitious goes down. Okay, you understand about the nobility thing? You respect people's wishes, but at the same time, you talk to them. You tell them what the plan is. You can't just terminate someone out of the blue. Okay, you can't do that, because this is what a lot of white people do. A lot of Caucasoids do this shit when they at their jobs. They're like, "Oh, you're fired," like Donald Trump type shit. Okay, it's unreasonable to fire anybody, because everyone can do something. You give them a substitute. Like, say, this is what you can do instead. You put them in the right places, and no matter what happens, it all comes down to the leader. If the leader said we can't do this no more, then at least he's being honest. You never lie. You never take that. Once a person is lying and using manipulation, that person is a negative narcissist. And every man should be women are the number one narcissist in the world. There's at least about 2 to 3 women to one man. So if women are the number one narcissist, factually, then you should have some sort of narcissist with you, right? Okay, manipulation is not a key. Okay, I don't use manipulation. When I first met my wife, I said, "Hey, I believe in Jesus too." But basically, I'm talking about myself. That's not manipulation. Okay, I believe in the possibility of a Jesus in the Bible. I know myself as like Jesus, so you can't compare. That's not being manipulative at all. Okay, I told you. Like I told you before about the story. You have 4 sets. You have 2 sets of titties. One set of titties is poor, and another set of titties is high quality. What do? Like I told you before, if her sister comes and I say, what do you do when one person asks you, when one of your wives asks you, is my titties more prettier than hers? I'm like, why would you ask that question? All of your titties is fine. Okay, all of your titties are fine. You never say to one wife and say your titties are prettier. But if you have that much confidence to say it, then say it. At least she'll be hurt. She'll be honest. Okay, you gotta be honest. It's best to be honest. Don't be lying. If someone's breath smells, you better tell them straight up, because you don't want them to continue on their paths of their breath stinking to someone else. You got to be honest. Be fucking honest, y'all. So respect people's gender equality. And to me, my most negative thing is that, I don't like retarded babies being born in this world. I think that's a waste of space. I think abortion is okay, because basically if you got all these women who are being the whores of Babylon and not educated on what type of man to choose, and they don't know what type of man to choose, then you have to have abortion clinics. Though I am against retarded babies being born, I am pro-life. I am also pro-abortion. Okay, pro-life, pro-abortion. I like the fact that you have abortion so these women won't overpopulate the planet. Okay, because you got women who can't control themselves. So you gotta have abortion, right? You gotta have abortion, and then you got children that are born retarded. Okay, now they are a greater burden. They're a greater burden. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about autistic people who have no capability of doing anything. I'm talking about people who actually do things. Okay, people who can actually learn something. Now, if you have a retarded child who's going and they're incapable of doing almost anything, I think of Dr. Kovorchich from Russia. So I just think it's time for them to leave. It's time to let them pass on in the painless sense as possible. Like cats and animals, okay? You got cats and animals. Some of them are retarded or some shit, but they're pets, okay? So what do? You keep your child as a pet? Your child ain't doing nothing, okay? The child is just blurring and slurring out his mouth with no qualities. Can't do nothing. Like if I had a cat who was blind, can't do nothing, kept bumping his head into the wall, the cat has to be terminated. You know what I'm saying? If I become useless, I want to be terminated. I want to be like remember he used to live, Dr. Kovorchich, Dr. Death? Look up Dr. Death. People would come to him on a daily basis or a monthly basis or whatever, and they say they want to leave this life. That's positive energy, baby. Nobody want to suffer in a world that they don't want to be in. Okay? That's crazy. Imagine if you was born blind. Okay. right? Or if you was born with no arms and people was making fun of you all of your fucking life. And then you want to leave this planet. You have a right to leave. You have a motherfucking right to leave unless technology comes up and say they can give you a new set of arms. I would want me some new set of arms. They building some new set of eyes. Let me build. I want some eyes. I want to take my own eyes out and put the bionic eyes in. I'll give me some bionic fucking arms or some shit. So I digress. Gender equality is very important, and that's the solution to all of it. Put cameras by the bathrooms. Anything that has something to do with going against the government should be blocked, especially if it's trying to pull down the people, the citizens of the world. You take a strategic algorithm and you show it to the public. But basically, most of the public don't even care about that shit. They're so religious and they're hypocrites. So when people are religious and they don't even believe in the basic fundamentals of morality in their own religion, they need to be terminated. They need to be terminated because I'm not religious. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself as Jesus. You understand? I could start my own fucking cult, but I ain't trying it because I don't want to be like another Jim Jones, okay? You'll be drinking the Kool-Aid, motherfucker. You'll be drinking the motherfucking Kool-Aid. Because I don't want this military surrounding my ass and I'm trying to make people free, trying to do things for people. And next thing you know, the military comes around, oh, you're doing too positive here. We can't have that. That's a new system. That's a new government. Okay, they'll take you out. Just like the fad with the electric cars. You remember the electric car thing? Big oil companies and car companies shut that shit down. I just found out about that, guy. I said, what happened to the electric cars? How come they got cars that run on water now? You think they're going to let that run? No, they're not going to let it. Because it's not powerful. What is it, baby?
These are always on the earth plate.
Huh?
On the earth.
Yeah, so respect people's wishes. And remember, if you want to take down big oil or big cars, okay, car development countries, that's a very difficult thing to do. Okay, and the foreign countries have to take them out because that's a Bilderberger, Rothschilds, Carnegies. You got to watch the mafia. That's all sorts of crazy. The Caucasoid races, okay, that's part of them and they're alien races. Until the other alien races come and invade this planet, you can't do a goddamn thing. So gender equality is basically respecting someone's wishes. So if you want to go parading over there or something, as long as it ain't disturbing my peace, go do what you want to do. You want to be gay? You go what you want to do. Okay, but you got to respect my line. Respect my line. And how would that interfere? How would that interfere with me? If I told you, you respect my line, you do. You respect my line, but how would that interfere with me politically? Okay, it wouldn't, because everybody have a free speech in their own voice, in their own way, and it's not interfering with their own sexuality. So if you know you're a hermaphrodite, you're gonna have a hard time with relationships anyway, because there's not a lot of them out there. That's a rare thing, hermaphrodites. All right, so please understand that gender equality is very important, and you have to respect people's wishes. Now, on the other hand, there are those oligarchy, superior, God complex Caucasoids, you want to call them, or alien beings who feel they're more superior than you, and they'll try to terminate your ass. They'll consider these races a lower species, and then they'll consider these species a more higher race. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand. They understand that each race have their own quality. Right. Because I see gay people as highly intelligent individuals, and I have some of my friends who are gay. I got a couple crackers and red hillbillies in my group too, also. Okay, and they're my friends, my associates. You know, they love me, but they some of them, I know some of them probably want to hang my ass because the color of my skin, and my charm is higher than theirs. So you got to watch that shit. Okay, every race has their own attributes, so you got to respect other people's races, other people's wishes, and peace and love too, brothers and sisters of light. Now, that's what I just wanted to say. Gender equality, and that's my opinion of it. It's a factual based thing, and you have to respect it. Okay, if people just respected people's gender equality, the world will be a better fucking place. All right, peace.